Hey guys, Justin here coming at you from the 3x3 test tent with another unboxing video. This one is from Bestva. They are available on Amazon. Click the link below, and while you're down there, go ahead and click the subscribe button, share it out to everybody, and click the links for the discount codes below as well. But this light, we're going to open up. I imagine it's a board style light. It's a Pro 4000, pretty standard. So, of course, we've got the meters, everything out here laid out. We've got the par meter spectrometer. We've got the watt meter. We've got the heat meter. We've got meter, and we got baby katana. So let's go ahead and get the meters out of the way here. And we'll get down to business. Get that side. This thing's pretty good size. We'll spin it around here. Baby katana is fairly sharp. It gets duller every time I do an unboxing though, I swear. Got some double tape in the middle. There we go. Oh, nice looking manual. Let's pull that out of there. So there we go, manual, table of contents, dear customer, thanks for purchasing, we love you, all that good stuff. If you want to take a look at any of this, feel free to pause. I'm just going to run through it pretty quick so you guys can take a look. Specifications, they have the 1000, the 2000, and the 4000. There you go. Spectrum. Assembly and installation. And warranty. Alright, it says the company warrants mechanical and electronic components, guarantees the materials and workmanship free of defects, used under normal operating conditions for a period of 3 years. Alright. Contact us. And we will replacement or repair using new or reconditioned products. That's about it. Doesn't really say anything about the shipping fees or anything. So I imagine they probably are going to cover the shipping because most companies will say if they're not going to. And another thank you in the back there. So there we go. This light's pretty good size, so we're just gonna do one of these. Alright, there we go. So this is what you get inside the box. This was a nice little surprise here. Got some sunglasses, nice little shades there. Look ultra cool with your new grow light. And we've got a hanging kit, which should be interesting because it does only come with one rope ratchet, so let's see how that works out. Hopefully it's not going to spin around. And then we got a business card and the power cord with a waterproof switch here. It's got a little cover on it. The light itself is, as you can see, wow. It's all board. It is all board. It is, wow, yeah. So there's no gaps, no spaces. It is just straight LEDs all the way across. They're all evenly spaced. That's pretty cool. That's a lot of lights packed into there, or a lot of diodes packed into that little space. And then if we flip it over, you get to see the other side. We got the logo. Man, this thing's heavy as hell too. Holy crap! I'm telling you guys, this thing is heavy. Trying to flip it over here so we can get a good look at it. Jesus. What the hell did they put in this thing? Wow. Alright, so yeah, so you got the logos there. We got the dimmer knob. This is easily the heaviest light I've ever reviewed of this size. This thing is built. Like, wow. This thing's got to be a good 30 pounds at least. And you can see it's got the coating on the diodes there, so you can see all that. Double power input. Drivers are going to be inside these metal boxes here. And that is metal too, yeah, everything is metal. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And then it's interesting, we'll have to see how the hanging kit goes because it just has like these little holes here. So let me get this sucker hung up and we're gonna push some power and see what she can do. It's a pretty cool looking light, and dang is this thing got a lot of metal. So it's probably gonna do pretty well as far as keeping the heat off the diodes. I'm sure this whole thing's probably gonna heat up pretty good, but it's gonna keep the heat off the diodes, which is what you want it to do. So pretty cool. Let's hook it up. All right, I just wanted to show you guys the mounting kit here real quick because it's actually different. I haven't really seen this before. So it's got like this little metal piece, and it won't go in that way. It'll only go in that way, and then I guess you slide it over to here and then screw it down. And then that's going to keep it in there. It's hard to get that other piece. It wants to go the other way. There we go. Cool. So that's definitely different. It's like a friggin' puzzle that you got to figure out. But I mean, it seems pretty sturdy. I mean, that's definitely solid. And then these are pretty solid. The single rope ratchet thing I don't think is going to work very well though. I am going to go ahead and use 2 rope ratchets. So let's get it hooked up. All right, there we go. We're back. We got it all hooked up. As you can see, I did use the 2 rope ratchets, and then the way it hooks here is just fine. So pretty cool. Let's take a look at the underside of this craziness, man. Look at that. Wow. That is that's a board right there. There is not much space that is unused on this board. And I can see right away we have some infrared. See that kind of dim red right there? That is a infrared. Looks like we got that all the way across and on the other side. So it's looking like 8 infrared on the bottom of this light. That's pretty nice for the size of this light. No UV. But then you got a mixture of cool white and warm white for the rest of it. It looks more warm than cool, as you can see here. There's only 2 strips of cool versus, what was that, 6 strips of warm in the middle there. So yeah, and then they kind of switch it up there. But either way, it's less cool than it is warm. And then the addition to the red is going to make it really nice for flowering. And of course we got the dimmer on the back there. Let's go ahead and turn the 4-corner par meters on. Take a look at that. Check that out. We're at 67-ish par at the very minimum wattage. Let's go ahead and find where our seedling and clone area is. Around 125-ish. Whoa. That goes up in a hurry. And we can go with there, 120 to 130. So that's going to be on the dimmer right there. That's where we're sitting on the dimmer. And that's, what is that, 66 watts? 66 watts, not too bad. Now let's go to veg at about 350. Oh, almost passed it there. 350, 360. This corner over here is wide open, so it's a little bit lower than the rest of them. Oh yeah, forgot. got to pull out meter. We are at 20 inches. Damn it. 20-inch canopy is where we're at right now. It's 21 inches off the deck. I use 1 inch to compensate for the height of the sensors, so really it's a 20-inch hanging height. Bitchin'. So that's for veg. Let's go ahead and take a center reading. Whoo, boy. We're already in flower territory there. Wow. Alright, so that's 622 in the middle. That's pretty strong. There again, there's no break in the middle of the boards there, so the center is gonna be some power. Definitely gonna be some power. So wow. Let's see where the corners are at for flower. About 600 is where we start flower, in my opinion. You can do a little lower than that. You can go like 500, but I wouldn't go much lower than that if you want really good solid nugs. Man, this dimmer is super touchy. Alright, so I'm just going to go with that. So 623, 580 to 620, right there. We're looking at 350 watts. Let's take a center reading. Probably going to be like 900. Oh, wow. 1060. Whew. Holy. Alright. So that's definitely a banger right there. We're at 1,000. We haven't even maxed it out, I don't think, yet. We're at 1,000 in the middle, 620 on the sides. This is definitely going to crush a 3x3 for sure. For sure. Oh, my battery's about to die. Be right back. All right, there we go. We are back. But yeah, this thing is crushing it, man. Let's blow it open and see what it pushes at full blast. So that's all the way open. 1159 in the middle. 1159 and 686, almost pushing 700 in the corners. This is a 3x3 banger right here. I mean, it's a little hot in the middle. I mean, you're looking at like 400 difference from the middle to the edge. I usually like to see about 200 or less difference. So it is definitely hot in the middle. But if you can handle 1150, which most people can, it should work out quite well, really. really well. So I wouldn't mind using it. It's definitely a heavy duty made light. I mean, this thing is gonna dissipate heat like a mofo, and tons and tons of diodes. It's got the 3-year warranty and a ton of output for a 3x3. I mean, what are we pushing here wattage wise? 369 watts. That's about right for a 3x3, really. You're looking at 9 square feet. That's, yeah. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Killing the game. So let's go ahead and let's pull out the spectrometer here. Get that fired up. Zeroed out. And there we go. So there's the makeup. It's a little over 2 to 1, red to blue. It's got a decent amount of far red, and then the infrared, and then there's the spectral graph there. You can see the bump at 740 for the infrared, and then the bump at 660. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Can't complain. Spectrum is on point. Killing the game. So really, about all we have left to do now is just let it warm up. And we'll take the thermal reading and wrap it up. But I really think this is going to be a really good option for you guys that are looking for a 3x3 light. I've been reviewing a lot of 3x3 lights lately. because a lot of you guys had told me that you wanted 3x3s, and you're like, I never ever see any 3x3 lights out there, so I kind of went out of my way to bring in some 3x3 lights from some of these companies that I work with, and this is one of them, and it's killing the game, guys, killing the game. So let's let it warm up, and we'll see what kind of heat readings we get, and we will be right back. All right, guys, we are back, and I've let it heat up for well over an hour, maybe even a couple hours. Went and did some stuff. Let's take a look and see what we got. Oh yeah, that's warm. 143 and 132 on the driver. So 143 on the board, 133, 134, 133 on the driver for hot spots. I mean, to be expected. I mean, that's what the metal is there for. That's why these fanless units, they run hot, like quote hot, but they're really made to run that hot. The diodes are what you're trying to save, not the metal. The metal heating up like that is helping you take that heat off the diodes. So, I mean, you could definitely cool it off. I have no fan at all in here. There's no ventilation or fan while I do these tests. So, obviously, if you put a fan on something like this with these fins and everything here, it's definitely going to cool it off quite a bit. But as it is, it's quite warm. Ooh, yeah, that's hot. But that's how they work. Fanless LED, especially these board ones, especially with a board like this where you have no spacing whatsoever between the boards. It's just straight LEDs. That's imagine why they have to use so much metal and why it's so heavy, because this is a bear to keep all these LEDs cool, and they do it with a ton of metal. This thing is probably the heaviest light that I've ever reviewed. But as you guys saw in the par test, it blasts. The spectrum's good. It's a cool looking light. I dig the green with the driver covers. It's pretty cool. I dig it. Overall, I'd say, sure, why not? Especially in a 3x3. You might be able to stretch it to a 4x4. It'd be like a poor man's 4x4, but really, I wouldn't go that route personally. I would stick to 3x3. This is a really great 3x3 light, and it would be like a mediocre subpar 4x4 light. So that's pretty much my verdict. Click the links below. Again, click the links for this light if you want to get one of these. I also have links below to my website, which has merch, has discount codes, all kinds of stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Until next time, happy growing.